Welcome back once again to the lovely campus of IMG Academy in Sarasota, Florida. Thanks for joining us for Cavs Training Camp Nightly. John, Serena, and Tim with you once again. It is day 4 of Camp Atkinson. Yesterday was more of a mental day. The players get back to work here this afternoon. And Serena, I'm excited about today's show. We have the youngster Jaylen Tyson who will be joining us shortly.
It's a guy that fans have been really curious about, and a rookie that has been talked about really throughout all of camp. I mean, you hear Karis LeVert, you hear Max Strus, you hear Evan Mobley all making mention of how impressed they've been with him, not only in the way that he just carries himself, especially as a rookie and his knowledge of the game, but also with his play, how he can play with the ball in his hands. And so I think it's really fun to get to know this guy a little bit and see what he's all about.
And Tim, for a kid who's coming in here to camp, there's not a lot of room at the end right now in terms of that rotation, yet he still is managing to make waves.
It's a very deep roster, a lot of depth to that, but guys, I hearken back to Kenny's introductory news conference, which was only a day or two after the NBA draft, and he mentioned in that news conference that Coach Matson had contacted him on draft night saying, Kenny, you're going to play this kid. He's going to work himself into your rotation. So we'll see, but he's had a great camp so far.
Mark Madsen, head coach at Cal, had the pleasure of coaching Jaylon just last season.
And was also here
at
camp the first day.
He was indeed.
And he was in my ear about Jaylen Tyson.
I actually have seen some film about you dancing with Mark Madsen.
Maybe we can
run that later in the show.
That's maybe Cavs Training Camp Nightly after dark.
second half of the show, we have someone who's a little bashful in front of the camera. We're going to have to draw things out of him. It's 14-year veteran Tristan Thompson.
Tristan Thompson. What a difference between Jaylen Tyson and Tristan. However, I will say they both have that personality.
Yeah, they do.
You know, Tristan being around so long and getting to have that veteran presence with these guys.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Now, you wonder if Tristan's been playing some rookie pranks on Jaylon so far. You know, the 14-year vet, as you said, Serena. So he's got some training camps under his belt.
It is always harder when there's only one rookie, right? He's the one who has to get the donuts and everything. It's better when you have some help.
Or singing the happy birthdays,
too. Jalen's the lone rookie.
So just by himself, he's going to belt it out. I think he can handle it.
We'll ask him about that straight ahead when we come back on Cavs Training Camp Nightly.
Spencer Davies, Cavs Insider. Jaylon, can you kind of describe your relationship with Al Harrington, and how did you end up kind of connecting with him, and what has he meant to your career so far?
Who's that again?
Al Harrington.
I don't know who it is. No, I'm just playing with you. I'm playing with you. No, man, I'm sorry.
He was supposed to be. He said he was coming. Where is he?
Man, he's like a big brother to me, honestly. He's one of the ones that he's on me 24/7. Obviously, yesterday was a really, really big day for me. I was super nervous. He told me, man, go sit down. Go sit down, man. Go sit down. And obviously, like y'all said, my back was hurting during the workouts. I called him, was like, yo, my back killing me. So what? But that's what me. Get ready for tomorrow. So, I mean, that's what type of dude he is. Obviously, he's been there. He's been through the highs and the lows of the NBA, right? Been successful at this level. So I learned a lot from him, you know. We just keep picking his brain about what a good career looks like, right? And I just want to take his career and then build on it, you know.
And we're back on Cavs Training Camp Nightly along with Jaylen Tyson. I guess we're not going to be asking you about Al Harrington, huh?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was going to leave it at that. I'm so sorry.
What an entrance to his first press conference, right?
I think the best thing about it, though, is it showed the fans your personality, right? And everybody was kind of on edge. You know, us being there, we were kind of like, was he serious? We didn't know. But it showed us your goofy side, and that's what you told me the other day that fans are going to see.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I did not mean to make it this hard on him. Everybody comes up to me about it, but, you know, I just wanted to show y'all I had a good time. And I promised him I would get a bunch of people back, so it's just started to the beginning.
So, Jaylon, tell us, how's training camp number 1?
Oh, it's been good, you know. Body's killing me right now. Just learning a lot of information thrown at me at once. And I put a lot of pressure on myself to just be great for these guys, you know, being a good rookie. Just coming in every time I get open shot, make it, you know, just make winning plays, and that's what I've been trying to do for this training camp.
What's been the toughest part?
The toughest part has been just the day-by-day focus, you know. Like I said, a lot of information thrown at you and just being able to adapt to that information quickly. That's been the hardest thing for me, for sure.
I don't know if you've heard or seen, but your teammates have been talking you up here in camp. You know, they've got their media and they're asked about you and nothing but positive things to say. What does it mean to you to be a rookie coming in here and know that your teammates already got your back like this?
I appreciate them. You know, obviously this is a team that got put back together from last year, so I tried to come in and just be a difference maker and just help this team the best I can. I'm very appreciative of it. Of course, I read it. I've seen it all, man. I'm sure they got a lot of bad to say about me, but I'm glad they said the good about me. But yeah, I'm very appreciative of them, and I'm just gonna keep doing my best and trying to give them all every day for them.
Jaylon, you mentioned your body's sore. Jay Mike asked you how tough camp has been, but there's a joy in playing basketball. At what point when you were a little guy did you realize, man, I just love playing basketball and this is what I want to do?
I would say about 9th grade year. So I played football up into 8th grade. People don't know this, but I wanted to be an NFL player so bad.
What position?
I was a wide receiver. Wide receiver. And they started chopping at my knees, and I was like, you know what? Let's make a business decision. Let's go.
So you must have had fun then yesterday playing football out
I
here.
did. They didn't pass it to me, you know.
Ooh.
I was on my
The
QB.
young guy doesn't
Yeah.
get the ball. We've heard that before, right?
My QB was a little. We had to fire my QB. Don't worry about it.
Who was it? Which quarterback?
DG. We had DG at one, and then who was the second one? Was it
George was in there for a while.
George was on the other
Yeah.
team. Yeah, he lost.
Yeah.
Was it Max was the second one?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We just gotta get some reps in. That's all it is. I gotta show them my capabilities, you know.
Hey, you come to a team that's deep, right? And as you come into training camp to crack the rotation, you know, you're going to have to get some stuff done out there. What's your approach been coming in here this week?
My mindset is not worried about cracking rotation. My mindset is just learning and getting better every day. I think I trust God's plan. You know, obviously He's got me here. You know, and I feel like throughout my college career, I went through a lot and I learned a lot coming into this. And I understand it's a process to get what you want. You're not going to get what you want from the jump. Obviously, Texas didn't play that much. When Texas Tech played off ball, and then Cal finally got the ball in my hand. So it's a process to get to that. You know, I'm just enjoying the process and, you know, learning more and more about my teammates and try to be that the locker room guy that everybody wants to be around.
I don't know if fans know this about you, but you had that introductory press conference that we showed to start this interview. And then a couple days or, you know, within a couple weeks, you already moved out to Cleveland. Cleveland's home for you now. And not everybody else does that. I mean, you made a point to make this city your home. Why was that important to you, and what did you learn about the city so far?
I've learned a lot, you know, a lot of places I go to. I'm not going to say them places on camera, but there's a lot of places I go to and have fun. I met a lot of friends outside of the organization, which really, really helped. If you know somebody in Cleveland, I promise you it's going to make it so much better. I just want to embrace the fans, you know, get out, show my face, you know, just get to learn the city. And obviously this is going to be my home. I plan on being here for a while, so just embracing it and just figuring out ways to I don't know, how do you say it? Just love the city, you know. Going into it, people were telling me, oh, you're not going to like it. Man, I love Cleveland. I'm telling you that right now. No traffic. The people are cool. You get A to B in 20 minutes. Like, it's a lot going on. A lot of cool places. Like, I go to Westlake and eat a lot. That's one of the places I go, and I love it out there. It kind of reminds me of home a little bit. So I'm super excited to learn more about it. I haven't been to a lot of places, but we'll see coming further.
And Jaylon, to follow up on that, when you hear Donovan Mitchell and you hear Jared Allen say, I love Cleveland, this is where I want to play, this is where I want to be, for a new guy to hear established NBA stars say something like that, what does that mean to you?
So I have a saying that I have since I got here. Just do what Don does. If you do what Don does, you're going to be good. So
You'll be really good.
I'll be really good. So, you know, but I just try to take my own information in and learn. And, I mean, Don's been in the NBA for a while, so he understands what the NBA life is. And for him to say something like that, he's been in a lot of amazing cities. For him to say something like that, like, it really reflects how good and great Cleveland is. And I'm excited for next Tuesday to see the fan base, to, you know, get my face out there. You know?
If you had a message, Jaylon, to that fan base before we let you go, what would that be?
I'm not a jokester. I promise you, I'm not a jokester. I might joke around every once in a while, but I'm not going to clown you. I promise I won't.
Hey, Jaylon, we're thrilled to have you here. Best
Thank
of
you
luck
so
this
much.
season.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, from the newest Cavalier to the most experienced Cavalier, Tristan Thompson is straight ahead right here on Cavs Training Camp Nightly.
Hey, it's J. Mike here, and we are in IMG Academy with, the one and only Tristan Thompson. Tristan, year 14, welcome back. It's always good to see a familiar face here. How's it going? Thanks, J. Mike. It's going.
No, that's good. Keep going.
We're rolling. This is what it's
All
called.
right, we are
This is how you get
rolling.
organic
This is Cavs-
contact.
that's
This is
Cavs Training
that's
Camp
what everyone loves.
Nightly Live.
Yes, man. This is
Organic
what
content.
everybody wants. Organic.
Listen to this guy. I like it. So when you started your career, Tristan, as a young player, did you map out this is how long I want to play, or does that even enter a young player's mind entering this league?
Honestly, for me, J. Mike, I thought about it. I've always, admired, especially the big men that have played over 10+ years in the league, and obviously joining the Cavs with Anderson Varejao and watching him in those playoff runs with LeBron and those Cavs teams. I wanted to be a guy that would do at least 10 years. I was very fortunate at University of Texas to be around Royal Ivy and T.J. Ford. So having those veterans talk about the importance and kind of the special class and group when you get to year 10, to say you're a 10-year NBA veteran, it's a big sign of respect, and it's a huge accomplishment. So for me, I was thinking I want to at least play 10 years. So now I'm at 14, so I guess I'm playing with the house's money now.
J. Mike was just saying you're a real Cavs historian, and the theme of the show, we keep learning about Cavs Trivia Night. So you had to have done pretty well, did you not, on Cavs Trivia Night?
Oh, I did very well.
Did you crush it?
We definitely crushed it. I will definitely question the tally markers that they were keeping track of score, because for some reason the guys with the least amount of years got some answers that they shouldn't know.
Darius was saying there was some cheating involved as well.
We haven't gotten a straight answer
No.
from anyone. We asked 3 different people, and all 3 gave us different answers. Who won, or who
We
was
still
the
don't know
MVP?
who won.
What
Who
is
actually won?
The group that had Craig Porter, Amani Bates, it didn't make sense.
They were given the win, but
Yeah.
you're saying they weren't the true winners of
They weren't
Trivia
true.
Night.
We were the true winners of Trivia Night, because also we didn't do a good job of keeping our answers very discreet and private. So for instance, when they're who did the Cavs beat in the Eastern Conference Finals to go against San Antonio in the finals? I was the Pistons. Come on now, Brown scored 25 straight points, and then everyone hurt. So then everyone, I got to be a little better at that.
So you've been around, 14 training camps now. Is there anything different from this one? Maybe a drill or something, how Kenny runs things that is different this year?
This training camp reminds me a lot like how it was in Boston, and kind of like how it was in Cavs with T. Lue, in terms of a very veteran ball club training camp, which I think is great for our team, because at the end of the day, it's the same group. It's a team that's got the second round of playoffs. The continuity's there. I think right now what's important thing is us understanding the new offensive scheme. Defensively, what JB and Buck and them built, we're still doing the same thing. So offensively, we're just adding some new things, keeping the floor space. So for us, I think it's just the key is get guys healthy and just get in rhythm and shape.
You said you're a Cavs historian. So what do you remember about your very first training camp? What's Jaylen Tyson going through right now?
Oh, my first training, Jalen's very lucky. He has Kenny Atkinson. He doesn't have Byron Scott, because Byron Scott has the toughest training camp, I think. I think it goes Pat Riley, then Pat Riley Heat, then Byron Scott. And shout out B. Scott, man. His training camp was definitely tough. It's something called the easy run, where you would have to run for 20 minutes nonstop with your hands above your head. And if your hands came down, the clock would restart. So, but you know what? For myself and Kyrie, I think we appreciated that a lot, because it taught us about playing hard and work ethic and being a hard worker. So we're definitely fortunate for that. So for JT, he's lucky. He's got it easy that he came to a playoff team.
Now, does the rookie get picked on, or is that just, something that you hear that's a rumor?
No, he's going to have to do the rookie duties. We took it easy last year just because, Amani and Craig were two-ways. So obviously we want to limit the amount they have to do. But, JT is a first-round pick, so he gets first-round guaranteed money. So he'll be getting some donuts. He'll be getting some Chipotle. He'll be going on those store runs for us when we need him.
Jaylon getting his baptism now. You should have seen the baptism Anthony Bennett was greeted with after being selected #1 overall. Do you remember those, Steve?
Yeah, of course. Listen, we made AB work. We made him work. His car got popcorn.
Fellow countryman, yeah.
Yeah, he went and got food. He went on the
This
runs.
guy was all over
I
him
was
in
on
practice.
AB.
All over him
Yeah,
in practice.
you gotta break him in, man. When you break him in early, it pays off usually, you know. So,
Tease,
shout out Anthony Bennett.
as we take the floor this season, what are our fans going to see that's maybe a little different?
I mean, I think we're gonna get out and play faster. And when we mean faster, we mean like we're just gonna be cutting, moving more. I think our team is too talented offensively to be scoring 90 points a game in the regular season. And I think we're gonna try to get the ball up and down. Obviously, defensively, there's non-negotiables. I think we should still be, top 8 in the league defense because we have a lot of cheat codes, I would say, with Evan Mobley and Jared Allen being down there with them trees. So we should definitely be very good defensively. And a team that's just going to play hard each and every night.
One of the storylines of this particular show is we've got the vet and the Rook on the show. We mentioned Jaylen Tyson. Can you just tell us what you've seen from him so far? We've just heard so many great things about how talented he is already as a rookie.
Yeah, he plays hard. I mean, I think that's the number one thing I try to preach to rookies is just compete. Because I know the game is going fast. There's a lot going on, and sometimes it's hard to just take it all in. But just be a sponge. And as long as you compete and play hard, basketball is basketball at the end of the day, and you're going to figure it out.
See, we were talking about Tyson trying to, crack the rotation. Is this the deepest Cavs team that you've been a part of, 1 through 15?
I mean, if it's not the deepest, it's the second deepest. Remember the one year where we had like Derrick Rose, D Wade, Jay Crowder.
Yeah.
I mean, the list went out. We had Channing, Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, so
that team was very deep. But this team is actually deep with some youth, so it's a little different. But I mean, this team is. I mean, if you look at it, you have. Our first unit and second unit are basically starters on most teams in the NBA, right? So, and then we have our other guys after that. So, I mean, this is a very deep team. But like you said, like the season's long. Guys are going to be in and out of the lineup, so it's good to have some depth.
How much can the previous season drive a team going into the current year? The success that you had during the regular season and getting to the second round, but also the disappointment of the second round. Mm-hmm. How much can that motivate you?
I mean, that should definitely motivate us. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, the Boston Celtics, they give them their credit, the NBA champs. But obviously, we felt like we weren't able to put our best foot forward. We didn't have our best team out there, right? Not having J.A. and then not having Don for those last 2 games. I mean, I feel like, that series could have been a little different, been more competitive instead of a gentleman's sweep. So that makes us hungry at the end of the day. We know Boston is the team to beat. They're up top. Obviously, the Knicks made some trades and picked up some guys. Okay. And then Indiana. At the end of the day, Indiana, you still got to respect them. They got to the conference finals. So, those are the teams that we're looking at to try to take down.
What has this experience been like at IMG Academy and being all here in Sarasota? I mean, we were laughing with Evan. He told me he was picking up golf clubs and hitting biodegradable golf clubs into the water the other day. Wow. Just talk to us about this experience and what's been fun about it.
I mean, it's great, man. We got to do this more often. I mean, it's not my pocketbooks that is paying for this trip, but we should do this more often. I mean, it's good. I think when you look at it, I think, listen, shout out to IMG. They've been great hospitality, taking care of us, making us feel right at home. Definitely a A1 preparatory school. But for us as a team, I think this is great where we can just get away and be together. I think, obviously, summertime, everyone's doing their thing. And, when you get back home, everyone has families, kids, and all that other stuff. So for us to just take a week to be together, I think it's important.
See, it's always great seeing you, and hopefully we'll catch you again on Cavaliers Live post-game shows this season, right?
No, I will definitely be on there. Me and G-Wagon, the crowd loves it. We got to give them what they want.
No question. Hey, thanks, Tristan.
Of course,
We'll be back right after this on Cavs Training Camp Nightly as we wrap things up on day number 4.
Who's this? Oh, yeah, this is me.
Can you sign for us?
Okay.
Have you seen this trend?
No. What's the trend?
Can you sign this for us?
Oh, jeez. You had to pick the worst one from the internet. Young book. Sign my face because it's disgusting.
Can you sign this for us?
Wow. This right here is a young killer right here.
Your arms are so tiny.
I know. I think there's a fire truck too.
Day 4 is in the books here on Cavs Training Camp Nightly. That was a fun show, huh? We got a refreshing face in Jaylen Tyson and an old friend in Tristan, right?
Gotta love when you have the opposite ends of the spectrum. A guy coming in for his first training camp ever, and a guy who's now been around for 14.
Jaylen's got a personality.
Yeah, he does.
I think the fans are really going to love him. And I don't know Tristan's story, running for 20 minutes with your hands above your head. I'm not sure I could ever do that, even in my younger day.
To think about Tyson telling us how tired he was from this training camp, imagine if he was at Byron Scott's training camp.
Speaking of personalities, we have two pretty good ones tomorrow as well. General Manager Mike Gansey will be along. We'll talk shop with him. And how about Cavs legend Mark Price?
Always a good time. We learn
Yeah.
so much from Gansey. And also, when Mark Price comes around, he always likes to take a couple of shots at Brad, so that's always fun.
Yeah.
I can't believe we're down to one show to
I
go.
know,
It's been a great week.
Yeah, you've caught us all week on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network, and tomorrow we wrap things up here on Cavs Training Camp Nightly.